Okay, beta. Our last chapter was going on, and many more important. Beta, keep quiet means keep quiet. सार्थक सब आगे देखो आप, किसी की आवाज नहीं, don't talk. हाँ. So, beta, last chapter was going on natural resources. A number of things I explained, like why the life is possible, winds of air, water pollution, air pollution, important things. In my last lecture, I also explained about the how air pollution is caused and how the water pollution is caused. The what would be answer of this question? Beta, don't come out of सामने के book में. चल. So, now move on the next topic, that is the beta mineral riches in the soil. अब listen, mineral riches in the soil. Here we have discussed some important questions like what is soil erosion, what is soil pollution, how soil is formed, and how the minerals will be reached into the soil. Such type of questions we have to get answer of these questions. Clear now? So listen carefully कि बेटा how the minerals reaches into the soil. एक बार फिर से बोल रहा हूँ बेटा कि no one will talk here. Okay? Soil is an important resource that decides the diversity of life on an area. But what is the soil and how it is formed? The outermost layer of our crust is called the crust, and the minerals found in the layer supply a variety of nutrients to life forms. But these minerals will not be available to the organisms if the minerals are found of the huge rocks. Over a long period of time, thousands and millions of years, the rocks at or near the surface of Earth are broken down by the various physical, chemical, or some biological process, and the end product of the breaking down is the fine particle of soil. But what are the factors or process that make soil? अब in first paragraph बेटा देख बेटा you know that कि our earth crust is there, a different type of layers are there in the earth, like that is our earth. In 8th class you know that beta, in 8th class you know that a different type of layer is there. The external layer of land is known as a crust, और ये कवर करता है land area. Second is that beta, we can say that outer core, then middle, and the last one is inner core. And it is also known as beta. देखो middle is also known as the mantle. Okay, and it is the outer layer, and it is the inner layer. So these things we have to learn from your 8th class. और हमें इनसे कोई अभी नहीं पढ़ना है इनके बारे में, व्हाट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ मेंटल आउटर एंड इनर कोर, बट वी हैव टू टॉक अबाउट द क्रस्ट. सो हो क्या क्या बेटा कि सॉइल फॉर्मेशन के लिए द क्रस्ट इज रिस्पांसिबल. पॉइंट इज क्लियर? सो द सॉइल इज फ्रॉम द क्रस्ट. अनदर थिंग इज दैट बेटा a different type of rocks is also present onto the crust. The rocks is there, mountains are there, or we can say that different type of, we can say that small rocks is also there. So in a rock a mineral is also present over there. You know which kind of minerals? Nitrogen, sodium, potassium, and different type of minerals is also there. So how that minerals will be mixed into the soil and how the soil is formed? So these are the two important things are there beta. Okay, so what will happen? In this chapter we have to find out the answer of this question. Another thing, that soil is also formed by the breaking down of the rocks. It means breaking down of rocks. ये जो रॉक्स होती है जब टूटती है बेटा तो क्या होता है? That is also fine particles of soil. That form fine particles of soil. ये सिंपल थिंग आपको समझ में आ रही है. एक तो क्रस्ट है ही, एंड अनदर थिंग इज दैट कि जो रॉक्स होती है वो भी ब्रेक डाउन होती है, उसके अंदर जो मिनरल्स होते हैं वो जब ब्रेक्स रॉक जो टूटेगी उससे क्या बनेंगे? फाइन पार्टिकल्स, और फाइन पार्टिकल काइंड कन्वर्ट हो जाएंगे सॉइल, और उसके अंदर जो मिनरल्स होंगे दैट विल बी reach into the soil. So two important things are there. Now some factors are there beta कि which type of factors are there that can be break down the rocks. अब क्वेश्चन ये है कि कौन से ऐसे फैक्टर है जो रिस्पॉन्सिबल है. What are the some important factors which are responsible for the breaking down of rocks? So listen beta, in book different types of factors are there. First factor is that sun. Now how sun is responsible for the breaking down of the rock? Listen, the sun heats up rocks during the day so that they expand at night. These rocks cool down and contract. Means during the Sunday time, so during the daytime, what will happen कि rocks जो होती है directly exposed into the atmosphere, exposed into the sunlight. तो directly heat will fall on the rocks. और आप सब जानते हो कि जब heat जो होती है temperature बढ़ता है तो expand होती है, फैलती है. Now opposite reaction are because the reverse process is there. During the night time, the temperature become cool down, and when the temperature become cool down, it will contract. So there is a variation. Daytime contraction, daytime expandation. Nighttime what will happen? Contraction. So variation is there. So during the, or we can say due to the contraction and the expandation, there is a variation in the temperature. We can say the rocks may be break down. ऐसा नहीं पूरी पूरी एकदम स्टार्ट हो जाएगी. Small cracking is over there. Okay. Now, so since all parts of rock do not expand and contract at the same rate, this result in the formation of cracks and ultimately the huge rocks break up into the smaller pieces. Simple point is there beta. The first factor is responsible, that is the sun. And simple thing is there कि beta during the daytime what will happen? When the drops are directly exposed into the atmosphere or into the temperature of sun, so daytime the rocks will expand. Night time when temperature become cool, it will contract. During the variation or due to the variation of temperature, there is a small cracking into the big rocks. Second factor is that water. अब देखो water किस responsible है breaking down of the rocks के लिए? Water help in the formation of soil into two ways. अब देखो what are the two ways? One, water could get into the cracks into the rocks formed due to the uneven heating by the sun. If this water later freezes, it could cause the cracks to be widen. Can you think why this should be so? Two flowing waterways wear away even hard rock over long period of time. Fast flowing water often carries a big and the small pieces of big downstreams. These rocks rub against other rocks and the resulting abrasion causes to the rocks to wear down into smaller and smaller particles, and the water then takes these particles along it and deposits it further down its dark path. Soil is thus found in the place it far away from its parent rock. अब simple thing, another thing. This reason is behind it. इसके पीछे का एक reason हो सकता है. देखो first factor that is the sun temperature. Now second factor is water. अब water से क्या होगा बेटा? कि when the small cracking, this suppose that is a rock, and the small cracking is inside that, a gap is into the rock. When the water will be go inside in the crack, or we can say in the crack, so ये water इसके अंदर चले जाए. When that water will be go deeply inside the rock, so they are not getting proper temperature. बहुत ज़्यादा चले जाएगा. If that water not getting proper temperature, and during night time the temperature become cool, so that water becomes freeze or frozen form. Frozen form means जम जाएगा. और ये जब जम जाएगा तो obviously क्या होगा बेटा, उससे इन दोनों के बीच में ये क्या हो जाएगी, वाइडन मींस स्पेस बढ़ जाएगा, और ज्यादा ब्रेक हो जाएगा. पॉइंट क्लियर हो रहा है? थर्ड रीजन इज दैट, अब देखो ये सिर्फ एक ब्रेक यहीं पे नहीं रहेगा, हो सकता है यहाँ पर भी ब्रेक आ जाए, इस तरीके से ब्रेक आ जाए, इस तरीके से ब्रेक आ जाए. So big rock is converted into the small rocks. Now suppose that piece is there of rock, and there is another piece of the rock, and fast flowing water is over there. In fast flowing of water, and that rock will make, it may be possible कि बेटा fast flowing जैसे ये break होकर कहीं न कहीं इस तरीके से down stream of water के अंदर आ जाए. Down stream of means बहते हुए पानी के अंदर. और अगर ये weak pieces इस बहते हुए पानी के अंदर आ जाए तो क्या होगा? Suppose one piece is over there and another piece is over there. only imagination, okay? ऐसा मतलब सर क्या होता ही होगा, that is imagination. So what will happen? कि suppose one rock is there and second rock is there, pieces of rock is over there, तो दोनों के बीच में क्या होगी? Rubbing. And due to rubbing, a small particles of rocks will also be there. Point is clear now? So in this way, again they will convert it into small pieces of rock. So in this way, there are two ways of rock. दो वे कैसे हुए? First, कि एक रॉक्स की जो गैप है उसके अंदर चले जाएगा, उसको ब्रेक डाउन करने में हेल्प करेगा. सेकेंड, द फास्ट फ्लोइंग वाटर इसको रब करता है द पीसेस ऑफ रॉक्स. आफ्टर दैट, नाउ थर्ड थिंग इज दैट द विंड. अब देखो विंड, हाउ द विंड इज रिस्पांसिबल. Wind in a process similar to way in which water rubs against rocks and the wear them down. Strong wind also erode rocks down, and the wind also carries sand from one place to other like water does. अब wind के बारे में एक और चीज बता दूं. बेटा देखो wind जो होती है, आप सोचोगे कि सर wind ऐसा तो हो नहीं सकता कि big pieces को अपने साथ उड़ा के ले जाए, पर एक काम तो कर सकती है ना. कि सपोज इसके दो पार्ट क्रैक हो चुके और इस क्रैक में क्या हुआ, बहुत ज्यादा स्पीड से विंड चली, और जब बहुत ज्यादा स्पीड से विंड चलेगी तो क्या होगा बेटा कि यहाँ का एक पीस गिर के नीचे आ जाएगा, फिर यहाँ का एक पीस नीचे गिर के आ जाएगा, ये हो सकता है. और इनके बीच में फिर से रबिंग होगी, रबिंग होने से क्या होगा, और सम टाइम इट मे बी पॉसिबल कि फास्ट फ्लोइंग ऑफ विंड्स किसको उड़ा के ले जाते हैं अपने साथ में, सेम हो जाती है. सो दैट विल बी आल्सो वी कैन सी द फ्लो डाउन ऑफ सेम फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर प्लेस. So in this way there are three factors: sun, water and wind. तीन चीजें हो गई. After that, last one is beta living organism. Now fourth factor is living organism. How that living organisms are responsible? Living organism also influence the formation of soil. The lichen that we read about earlier also grow on the surface of rock. While growing, they release certain substances that cause the rock surface to powder down and form a thin layer of soil. Other small plants like moss are able to grow on the surface now and they cause the rocks to break up further. The roots of big trees sometimes go into the cracks and the rocks, and the roots grow bigger and the cracks is forced bigger. Now, अब देखो fourth reason is living organism. What are the fourth reason? The living organism. अब living organism कैसे इसका फॉर्मेशन करते हैं? Living organism. देखो ना, in first reason living organism, I have explained about the lichen. What is lichen? Lichen is a symbiotic relationship. In my earlier lecture, I explained about the lichen. Okay, क्या होता है lichen? So it is a one kind of symbiotic relationship. The algae and fungi or fungi. Because algae will provide nutrition, or we can say they provide food to the fungi, and fungi will provide the shelter and nutrient to the algae. So that algae will be found on the big rocks. Suppose कि हमने बताया था कि सिर्फ कहाँ प्रेजेंट होता है, because it is very sensitive of air pollution. Where air pollution is there, especially sulfur dioxide is there, it will not form. So obviously it will form in the forest. Or we can say बहुत ऐसी जगह जहाँ पर rocks होगी या फिर pollution नहीं होगा. So when the lichen is present on there, so what will happen? That lichens will be produce special type of substance, and that substance converted the rocks into the powder. मतलब अगर ये रॉक्स की सरफेस पे होगी तो क्या इसको ब्रेक डाउन करेगी, रॉक्स पानी में कन्वर्ट कर देगी. फर्स्ट रीजन इज क्लियर. थोड़ा बहुत न्यूट्रिएंट लेते उसको क्या कर देगी, डिकम्पोज कर देगी, ब्रेक डाउन कर देगी, यूज कर देगी. हाँ, ओके. सेकेंड पॉइंट इज देयर. सेकेंड पॉइंट इज देयर बेटा, lichen is there, and second point is that in that some kind of plants that is moss or mosses, right? That especially plants are grow on the rocks. ये स्पेसिफिक कहाँ ग्रो करते हैं, रॉक्स. So when mosses plant, So when that mosses plant grow on the rock or the surface of rocks, तो उस समय भी ये रॉक्स जो रहती बेटा उसको क्या करेगी, इसकी जो रूट्स जाएगी, ये रूट्स क्या करेगी, धीरे धीरे सॉइल को या फिर रॉक्स को ब्रेक डाउन करेगी। सो ये भी हेल्प करती है, थोड़ा सा कंट्रीब्यूशन तो ये भी दे देती है। नाउ थर्ड इज दैट बेटा बिग ट्री। नाउ बिग ट्री, the big tree, you know, the big tree also has a very long roots, and that long roots will be go deeply into the soil as well as into the rocks. अगर ये rocks के बीच में जा रही, suppose that is a rock, the tree is there, okay, and the rod, suppose कि this side the rock is present over there. So when the big tree and their roots will be going into the rocks, so they रूट्स विल बी पेनिट्रेट इन द सेंस कि उसके अंदर बेटा इस तरीके से होल करते जाएगी, अंदर अंदर बढ़ जाएगी, तो किसको लूज कर देगी, इन रॉक्स के टुकड़ों को लूज कर देगी। सो ये भी तो पार्टिसिपेट कर सकती है कहीं ना कहीं, इसको तोड़ देंगे। यस सर। लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म इज आल्सो रिस्पांसिबल फॉर द ब्रेकिंग डाउन ऑफ रॉक्स। तो इन दिस वे देयर आर 4 रीजन, वन मोर टाइम आई एम रिवाइजिंग। फर्स्ट वन इज सनलाइट, सेकंड वन इज वाटर, थर्ड वन इज द विंड, and fourth one is the living organism. If the question will be asked कि what are the 4 factors which are responsible for the breaking down of rocks, your answer must be there are 4 important factors that are, first one is the sunlight or sun, second one is flowing water or water, third one is wind, and fourth one is living organism. Clear all? Okay. After that beta, as you have seen, soil is a mixture. From the chemistry subject, you know soil is a heterogeneous mixture. How the soil is heterogeneous mixture? Because it has yes, there is no uniform composition. Different type of materials are mixed, like some small particles of soil, small particles of sand, small particles of soil, small particles of sand, dead and decaying part of leaves, dead and decaying parts of some organisms. So different type of mixture is there. Is it clear in the soil? Now it also contains the bits of decayed living organism which is called humus. Now do you know what is humus? बड़ा ह्यूमस क्या होता है, एक्टिविटी की हेल्प से मैं आपको समझाता हूँ। लिसन, if you are not understanding humus up to now, so I am going to explain with the help of an activity. Listen, अगर हमें ह्यूमस को फाइंड आउट करना है तो व्हाट इज ह्यूमस बेटा, we have to take or we are going to perform an activity. You have to go on the open ground, only playground is there. So you have to collect some soil from the open playground. There should be no tree, no grass, no any kind of thing is over there. Only open place is there. Collect some soil and you have to bring with you. Then after you have to go under the shadow of any big tree, or you have to collect the trees behind or we can say the below of any tree. Point is clear? तो खोदने से ही पता चल जाएगा, जो ओपन ग्राउंड रहेगा वहां की सॉइल बहुत लूजली पैक्ड रहेगी, एंड जहां पर ट्री है उसके नीचे की अगर आप सॉइल बेटा निकालोगे तो आपको पता चल जाएगा पसीने पसीने हो, बिकॉज the roots of any trees will be binding the soil very hardly. Is it clear all? Okay. Now you have to collect 2 types of soil. Now take one beaker, dissolve that soil into the water. When you dissolve that soil into the water, you may observe something. Which type of things you have to observe? जो आपने soil open playground से ली थी, there should be only some stone particle. There should be soil is over there. This thing only thing, 2 things are present over there. But when you dissolve the soil which we have taken from the below of any tree, जो आपने ट्री की जस्ट नीचे ली थी, उसमें आपको 3 से 4 चीजें दिखेगी. Which type of things? Some stone particle is over there, big gravels or small gravels are there, soil is over there, and the float of dead and decaying particles of leaves. बिकर के ऊपर कुछ चीजें आ जाएगी जो सड़ी हुई रहेगी, लीव्स भी हो सकती है, स्टेम भी हो सकती है, या फिर फ्रूट भी हो सकता है. So those dead and decaying particles of plant is known as humus. And student, do you know what is the importance of this humus? Beta, because these are the part of plant when they are living. क्योंकि ये तो कभी ना कभी थे ना ये पार्ट कभी प्लांट के। सो दे कंटेन नाइट्रोजन एंड व्हेन दे डिकम्पोज दे प्रोवाइड नाइट्रोजन टू द प्लांट्स. नाउ क्लियर ऑल व्हाट इज ह्यूमस? Easily distinguish between the we can say that the humus and the normal soil. Okay. So beta, it is also contain the bits of decayed living organism which is called soil humus. In addition, soil also contain various forms of microscopic life. Besides that, some bacteria, some microorganisms, some earthworm is also present into the soil. That increase the fertility of soil and that increase recycle the nutrient as well. दो काम करते हैं microorganism. क्या क्या? They recycle the nutrients. They will also provide nitrogen to the plants. Point is clear now? After that, next thing is that the type of soil is decided by the average size of particle found in it. And the quality of soil is decided by the amount of humus and microscopic organism found in it. Humus is a major factor in deciding the soil structure because it causes the soil to become more porous and allows water, air and penetrate deep underground. अच्छी क्वालिटी वाली सॉइल वो होगी बेटा जिसके अंदर सॉइल पार्टिकल्स के बीच में क्या होना चाहिए? पोर्स मींस छेद. Why? Because if there is no pores open there, so beta the tree will not properly penetrate to the soil. There is no exchange of gases between the soil and air. तो इससे क्या होगा? The soil fertility may be decreased. That's why a good quality of soil means that should be a porous. Porous in the sense उसमें क्या होना चाहिए? Small pores. Clear all? Okay. Now next thing is that beta of the minerals, nutrients that underground found in a particular soil depends on the rocks it was formed from, the nutrient content of soil, the amount of humus present in it and depth of the soil are some of the factors that decide which plant will thrive on that soil. Thus, the topmost layer of the soil that contain humus and living organisms in addition to soil particles is called the topsoil, and the quality of topsoil is an important factor that decide biodiversity in that area. Listen and understand the meaning of that paragraph. What is the topmost layer of soil? Simple नाम से clear हो बेटा. What is topmost layer of soil? The soil which is present on the top. Outermost layer. The soil which is present on the top of we can say the crust, and this is known as a topmost layer. Yes, sir. Another thing is that topmost layer if more exposed or more contact into the plants and animals, so that they contain more nutrients. And if more nutrient is present over there, तो जितनी ज्यादा nutrient present होंगे, the biodiversity is also depend on that soil. अगर जितने ज्यादा न्यूट्रिएंट प्रेजेंट होंगे बेटा बायोडाइवर्सिटी. डू यू नो व्हाट इज मीनिंग ऑफ बायोडाइवर्सिटी? बायो मींस लिविंग, डाइवर्सिटी मींस डिफरेंशिएशन. द टाइप्स ऑफ एनिमल्स और द टाइप्स ऑफ ऑर्गेनिज्म प्रेजेंट ऑन अ पर्टिकुलर एरिया इज नोन एज अ बायोडाइवर्सिटी. अब एक एक्टिविटी और एक सिंपल क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछ रहा हूं. बताओ वेयर द बायोडाइवर्सिटी इज मोर, द प्लेस वेयर रेनफॉल और द सॉइल प्रॉपर्टीज पुअर, और द प्लेस where the rainfall is good and the soil property is good. So where the biodiversity is good beta? The second one. Because the rainfall is also good and the soil property is also good. That's why in the Rajasthan, or we can say that in the desert region, the biodiversity is very minimal. And the grassland area where the rainfall is also good and the soil property is also good. That's why the variety of living organisms is more into the we can say that the grassland area. Point is clear? And do you understand what is the meaning of biodiversity? Okay. अब topmost layer जो होती है बेटा कि what will happen? The topmost layer will be removed. Yes.
Sir, if the soil property is not good and rainfall is very good,
so again the biodiversity is poor because the soil properties also depend for the biodiversity, not only the waterfalls. Is it clear? Okay. Up. Modern farming practice involves the use of large amount of fertilizers and pesticides. Use of this substance over long period of time can destroy the soil structure by killing the soil microorganisms that recycle in nutrients to soil. It also kills the making the rich humus. Fertile soil can quickly to be turned barren if sustainable practices are not followed. Removal of useful components from the soil in addition to other substances which adversely affect the fertility of soil and kill the diversity of organisms that live in it. It is called soil pollution. Now second paragraph, the topic about given is soil pollution. But before the soil pollution, beta, one answer I am going to explain or I am going to tell you what is a soil erosion. That is also important thing. What is soil erosion? Sometimes the question will also ask. Now listen. The removal of topmost layer of soil which contains lots of nutrients, that is known as soil erosion. And that may be cause winds, flowing water, etc. Simple point is there. क्या definition बताए बेटा soil erosion की? The removal of topmost layer which conclude modes or lots of nutrients in it or humus, that is known as soil erosion. किसके कारण पॉसिबल हो सकता है? या तो फ्लोइंग वाटर के थ्रू हो सकता है, बड़ा तेज पानी आता है तो वो क्या हो जाता है, टॉप मोस्ट लेयर ऑफ सॉइल को लेके चले जाता है. Another thing is that beta the winds is also there. Sometimes the fast wind is blowing on over there, तो उसके साथ साथ सॉइल में चले जाते हैं. Another thing, the main reason is behind that the soil erosion, there is a deforestation. Why? If deforestation is there, beta, no forest is there, no trees is over there. तो आपको पता है कि ट्रीज का क्या इंपोर्टेंस होता है? The trees and the vegetation part are tightly bind to the soil particle, and if they are tightly bind to the soil particles, they cannot easily grow. Is it clear? One activity is given regarding to that soil erosion.